Oh, are we live already?
Yeah.
Oh God, thank you so much for coming to see me. Well, actually this time I'm going to see you. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to come to see you. And bon après-midi and maybe good evening for others that are watching me very far across the town. Here I wanted to show you a little bit of New Orleans. And that's where I live, that's where I work, and that's what I like. We have wonderful windows, a lot of lights coming in, high ceiling. This is a wonderful place. I found it 12 years ago, and I really can't think of any better place. I mean, look at the balconies, they are really gorgeous. And look at here, here's the TV on Royal, I'm not lying. Right here, actually it's the one of the blue that I was trying to get you, to get for the ink, and also the blue on the tile of this house, depicting the name, the Spanish name of the street, Calle Real, and that's where we started. Limited edition ink, right there. And if you want to come with me. There we go. So this is my shop. You can see I use a lot of vintage furniture. That's what I wanted. I wanted a European feel. I wanted an antique feel. This is a street full of antique shops, artist shops, small business, and that's what I brought into the shop. I have an old trunk that I brought, especially from Europe. Some desks and some tables you're gonna see pretty much antique. And of course, we're gonna pan around and little by little. And something we don't have on our website, and for you guys, okay, that never can come to New Orleans, but I always dream about having a little New Orleans flair. We're having some stationery note cards, all printed in New Orleans by small business. And let me know if you need to see them on the website. Here we go. That's like, look at this, merci beaucoup. Gee, a little occasion here for you. Right there. So I want to talk about small business today, and because small business are part of the economy. I am a small business. My father and my grandfather before me was watchmakers. They were watchmakers. And that's probably what brought me the knack of fixing pens. I fixed watches and clocks back then when I was a kid, and I spent all my summer in the atelier, my father's workplace, and fixing things. So a small business, for example, that I went to see, it's Rossi. I personally saw their manufacturing. Rossi is exquisite, a lining. Is a true lining on the envelope, and I love their design, and especially the quality, because it comes in very thick boxes, good presentation, good gift. Another small business that I also visited and bought a lot of paper, because when I was in Europe, back then my hobby was paper and calligraphy. So I visited this guy, and I wanted to this is really classic as well. Small cards. Who wants to write a long letter? We have long letters, we have sheets, but we have also small cards, and we can spin that to the classic fleur-de-lis for New Orleans, for you guys. And now, somebody that I really cherish, because she makes a lot of limited and custom pieces, is Francesca Torresano from Il Cartiglio. I visited her as well. She was very young when I saw her, and she is binding all these books. Is it full leather? We have also with her paper. She makes all these paper herself and doesn't want to sell the sheet at all. Okay, we can make it with any paper, any writing paper. Basically, it's possible. This is the old world binding, her classic Florentine style.
And these are primarily journals?
These are journals, line and online.
What about these?
They have some sketch and some photo albums as well. These are handmade papers. These papers are good for watercolors, and all the papers are Fabriano, from Fabriano Mill, meaning it is fountain pen ready. This one is hand cut by her, and you can see the binding is loose bind. It give you, you can put actually a few things in there if you want to put some papers inside, so it's not so tight like those journals. So we use them especially for sketching. We have also the classic, God, some people are still asking for these phone book, address books. We still make that. I mean, really, this is great. I mean, I love it. And we created for you guys something a little bit more affordable. You want a journal, a hardbound journal, but this is with the modern spine, and this is just for us. She doesn't make that for anybody else. And this is the one I really love. This is a custom piece with latches, also with sketch paper. We can ask her anything. Ask me anything, and I will see if we can make it. We'd like to have made 2 by 2 because it's a lot of work. Well, I know we show you some classic stationery, but we wanted to be a little bit more modern, so we brought and we kept a little bit here on this table some modern stationery, and a little bit for everybody. Look at that, and come this way. So a lot of cards we carry, letterpress, local. We try to sell it, everything to be small business. Come on in here. Here this table is pretty much devoted to Bartoletti, and Bartoletti is from Venice. I didn't visit Bartoletti yet, but I know their work is exquisite. They use a lost wax casting to make every piece that you see here. Okay, everyone is made in their workshop. The lost wax casting creates very deep detail, and it's made with nickel silver. There's no silver, but it's a name for a very old material created by German.
What is that?
This one is a lamp. We put oil for wax. We use to melt the wax. We bring the wick a little bit, we light up, and here we go. We can twirl the wax over. Why not? I have a little story about this, guys. These are magnifying glass that you can wear around the neck. And I thought, a lady came in and she said, "Oh my God, I never could find anything I could put around my neck." And I said, I am crazy about sewing, about material, about texture, and I need a magnifying glass on me all the time. And I go to museum and look, and that will be a wonderful gift to myself. And that's really something that I like. So those sets, that's going to be the last. Apparently, they can't find a good quality. This is to tell you how they really look at quality. It's because they can't find a wood supplier that give them enough quality that they actually for now cannot make those sets anymore. So I have the last 2. Enjoy while you can. And
what about these?
What is it? Well, these are the sapele wood, but they still make the pen. with the base and the ink. They do have an Italian ink maker. This is a fountain pen ink. And everything is made of sapele, nickel silver. A lot of glass, of course, is coming from Murano. Murano is the island next to Venice, in the same, area. So
What's so special about Murano glass?
the Murano glass, this is the old stories. The glass makers, glass blower were originally in Venice, and because they were using coal and to burn to do their work, they were polluting the environment of Venice. So at some point the Venetians ostracized them. They pushed them out and they said, "Yeah, you've got another island that is empty right now, and so please go over there." And they keep there, over there, and they were just striving now. They don't have any room anymore; it's full. But all small business related to glass blowing is over there. It's wonderful to visit. Right. And this is my little baby. This is this is something that I started making years ago before the shop. This is the nécessaire. Nécessaire meaning everything you need, a full kit, in other words, to write calligraphy. So you have a little bottle here, remove, with little nibs, and we customize this for you. We customize the ink, we customize the pens, and you got the wonderful little set. This is the way I was writing when I was a kid. No, don't show that.
And you make those here in the store?
Yeah, we make those. We still stain them. There's a picture. We made that ourselves. Of course, we bottle the inks here. We do as much as possible. We just have a very tiny place in the back. We're going to create a new one, wonderful, because we're running out of these boxes. It's too much work. So we are creating a really nice work right now, but because of what's happening in COVID-19, we couldn't get any of the boxes in time. So we're going to have to wait a few months. Wow, another small business. So wow, we're here for Jean-Pierre Delphine because it's a staple. We love him. It's a little nut here because he's an artist. He's an artist that a lot of colors, a lot of shapes, and really a lot of knowledge. I want to, I want him to be in the shop because it's the last. Pretty much almost the last one in France that can make nice, affordable pen with this quality work without being made, in other countries, I would say, that has cheaper labor. So it's a family effort. He is working with his wife. His son is taking over now. Benjamin took the name of Lépine. It's 5 generations, pretty much. 5 generations, and we have here a few limited of his that I really, couldn't stop buying. In my cases, when I first started, I had only one case, and now we have 2 cases and a display case. I can't stop buying pens, obviously. So we have small business, obviously. A French one, Mathieu Favre. He got the virus and he got sick for 3 weeks, and now he's back and turning more pens. So that's Mathieu Favre on the front.
What are these over here?
Well, this is the limited edition from Jean-Pierre Lépine. And Jean-Pierre Lépine has the Titanic, the Cybergraph, the roller. Over there is also a Titanic. And a Cybergraph with biowood. And of course, you knew my liking with Paginato, and my close friend passed away last year. And really sad about losing a wonderful artisan. But now, we always try to find new small business. This is our idea about Papier Plume. Papier Plume will thrive by only offering you the exception, the small business, the small, great quality. And right now we're having a Dubuc, right? In my pocket, I'm having Alexander did work. This is my favorite today, man. You know, it's just like a lot of details, a lot of rings, a lot, you know, mother of pearls. He has this little logo right there that I love. Those little details are wonderful. And so we lost the package in the mail. Was what happened, but our limited edition, we have 7 limited edition from Alexander coming in. We can't wait to have them. And a little thing, they're gonna be, I'm gonna have to say, can I? So the pens, the 7 pens are coming, are gonna have hourglass shape. Don't say anymore, I can't. So we're gonna start our ink, of course. This is Papier Plume. This is what we do. Every bottle is hand poured right now. I'm studying and I'm working with a little machine that will make it a little bit more constant, because you probably realize that sometimes you have a little bit more ink or maybe a little less, but you know, it's hand poured. And we do calligraphy, permanent calligraphy, not permanent calligraphy, and our favorite fountain pen. And we will give you more colors in the next month. Definitely a product that actually originally come from before I moved to the US. I was as a hobby, I wanted to actually make paper. I was really interested, and I started doing calligraphy, things like, and then, you know, having good friends in the calligraphy world, and all this kind of stirred me in the ideas like, wow, maybe I can make ink, maybe, you know, and then by connection, by the fact that those artisans was very secretive, they gave me more incentive to actually research more about ink and paper. So that's where, you know, where it's all came from. And here in the back, we're not going to go because it's really tight. So every time you order from us, there's only 1 table day rate of shipping. Every time we make sure that we're not 2 there. I mean, basically 1 person in the morning come and do the shipping, either me or Ron, and then we clean everything. Only 1 table, that's the only thing we put on there is shipping items, okay? So we try to make sure there's not too, you know, much interaction, too much contamination. So we try to be super careful and try to clean as much as we can. But it's very tight. I won't bring it today, maybe in one day. And come on here. We have glass pens. And we come back to this table later. But the glass pens were also made by, we talked about Murano. These are the glass pens made by a family. This is a one-of-a-kind glass pens. They are the best pen I've found. They write really long, so I really stick to this couple that makes really a good tip. And it's not because they're not very long. You could find some gigantic nib or some thick nibs or whatever. But at the end of the day, they take a lot better the ink, and they last longer. I just visited these guys. These are the Papier Plume. I visited this guy this year, and I really think they do a tremendous job, because the business of pewter went down for now the past 20 years. There could be 50 people working in the warehouse. The place that I visited is gigantic, but now we're only 3. And so I wanted to bring your attention to that small business, because we don't want to lose them. So pewter, all design, every piece is created, meaning the mold is created on site. He has all the toolings to create the mold. He has all and everything to pour it, and he does 1 pour every week on Thursday. So meaning he can put together everything, or create a mold on Monday, do some drawing on Tuesday, and on Wednesday put some pieces, magnifying glasses together, do the glue job, and then Thursday he does the pour. That's the way it works. And then this is the gold color that we call the bronze. So it's a bronze finish over the pewter. Right there. On this side we have also the article we saw. This is what we ask El Cartiglier to do for us is a latch journal with refillable system. We carry line, we carry online, and planners. Okay, this is a planner with the line. This is mostly a day planner. Later on, I'm thinking to get the grid, and then you got the telephone book in the back, and of course the month on the front. All the line paper, all the unlined paper, sorry, has late finish. As one of, it's also the Fabriano. I don't know if you can see. That's the little line. Can't see that cross. And so we have 3 sizes, and we're gonna modify it lightly to make it even more functional. Something even so small, that's with one guy actually called Angry Gator. Angry Gator lives 20 miles from here. He makes those little card sleeves for credit cards and bills. I want to point that to you because I found this guy selling at the market, and he's very talented. Now he dyes everything. He kills the animal. I mean, we gotta show that to make sure that he even put a picture of the animal that he caught, and that's what he skin that he used to make those card sleeves and wallets. Voila, and then the wallets on the back, and now wonderful color. Voila, full wallet. He makes also the gift boxes himself. Angry Gator, I love it. He's starting to make bags. Maybe one day we're going to bring the bags. Of course, you see really simple journals. Clairefontaine is a staple. We have Audia, and we have Zequans. We keep Zequans, good quality paper. The binding is excellent. We can do a 360 with them, meaning we can turn them around and they don't break the binding. Back to small business here with Ian and family. Work with sustainable wood. About 80% of their wood is sustainable. It is actually a clutch pencil. We do a little bit of artwork here, you see. And then leads, charcoals, and so on, and we will call it. Come on here. More journals. Right there, wrap around, a little bit like one of a kind. We and then we do here, gonna reach that Brookwood. I can't even say that one. This is a Russian guy. So he, actually this one is entirely, it's an oblique pen. Sorry about my ink of yours. You notice that I'm using fountain pens all the time. Brookwood carved this piece to be ergonomic. Okay, it was made out of a really gigantic piece of material where he's insert acrylic into this wood. And some others are a little bit more simpler, like these. Voila, a bit more affordable. I mean, that's his calligraphy right there in this box.
What are these?
The antique box.
What are these glass ones?
The glass bar is from England. This is actually different techniques from the Murano. Murano glass is actually what we call soft glass, meaning you don't need to use a very high temperature to melt the glass. This is the equivalent of Pyrex, if I can describe. Pyrex glass needs to be heated at a much higher temperature. All right, but that says that we have to use different dyes. It's different complication pretty much, because it's not the same technique to make the swirls, and it's not the same dyes that's used to put in there. Yeah.
So it's like lab glass.
Yeah.
That
exactly.
it's shatter resistant.
Exactly. Fantastic stuff. And last but not least, something we love because we keep buying more design and seals and wax. So this is first thing that everybody pretty much look at, because it's at the beginning of the shop, but it is wax and seals, and we love our artisans, especially the wax we've been having issues for getting the long sticks. We apologize, guys, that our 6 was a 7. Our factory in France having some issues for making them, so we're just pushing the envelopes and trying to get them again, but we lost a lot of package in the mail right now with all this what's happened, and so we are transitioning temporarily to somebody that's doing a really good job on the 4-inch, still super flexible. Well, you know that the flex is needed with the machines that the post office uses, just to make sure it goes through the sorting machines. That's why we prefer you to use these that are flexy. You see, I can almost make a nut with it, rather than this. But if you want to be classic, go with the breakable one. So when it's applying on the envelope, when it's thin enough, you can actually break them and open the envelope. So these are the plastic. And in the future, I'm looking to get a little bit more organic wax, and I'm seeking a new supplier. So more gizmo too, more lamps, more little items for sealing, but especially good quality wax that will be natural. That's what I'm looking for. We're all about natural here. Actually, for shipping, we recycle a lot of our best boxes. We try not to buy any packing material at all. So we try to save what is good quality. And welcome. You know where is it? Where it is? Okay, thank you, sir.
This is one of our wonderful postmen.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, do you have any questions? Do you see any questions on the screen?
Well, someone is asking about more colors of ink.
Oh, yeah.
And what is the plan for that?
Okay, I will open the door. Have a great day. Thank you. Have a great day. Well, we had one plan, but the festival, we were combining our color ink with the local festival. And unfortunately, of course, with what happened, we couldn't even release it. It was not making any sense. Right now, we just don't, we're pushing it a little bit, but we're looking at in summer making some more. Of course, all the pen shows that we attend where we do limited edition are pushed. So maybe it's giving us too much time to think about it. We should release it as soon as possible, but Chicago is in September now.
So how did you get into this whole business? What started it off? I can hint it before. It was a hobby, basically I realized that working 14 years in the microelectronics industry, I was an engineer back then, was just running around and fixing machines, things that I love, but I thought, well, there's other things out there, there's another life, so maybe I should think about that. So I started by, growing, trying to nurture, what I love to do as a hobby, and then bring it to a company, to the company what it is now. Basically, it has to connections and people that you meet along your journey to bring you information, to be your things that you actually integrate, and so you can grow. So it's all about you wonderful people that I met along my journey in France. It's all started pretty much, let's say, 4 years before I left France. I was married with an artist, and this person wanted to come back to her country, and that's why I'm here today. So what do you think when people say that handwriting is a lost art? every day we get that. Wow. I mean, if you give a pen, a good pen to anyone, they will stop for a moment. They could stop for a moment and think, wow, what can I write with this? And I think it gives you inspiration. So, you know, everyone that I hired along this, 12 years of being here, not everyone knew the world of writing, but every one of them left with a bag full of pen, with a bag full of stationery. I brought them, what it is to really love the pen. And so I think it's all about, it's also a confident. People are not confident about their handwriting, and I try to show them that, well, you could do as good as me if you just, I can show you. So I show everyone a couple stroke, things that actually bring them, bring them that, well, I guess I can do it. And then, it's all about having, you don't need much tools, but confidence.
Well, I think we're out of time right now. So
no questions?
There's going to be more of these videos of the store. We're going to get more into detail with inks and pens, but any other interest that you guys have, anything you want us to drill down on that we do, let us know, and we'll incorporate it into our schedule of live videos. So,
thank you. I really love to talk to you guys and give me more feedback. We'll do that again.